Ladies and gentlemen, Torreira is leaving, and finally, there is a confirmation that he's going to Italy. Fiorentina is his destination, but how did it actually turn out to be? You'll come to know in this episode, of course. Granit Xhaka still backs Mikel Arteta and Arsenal to bounce back after the two losses that we have actually encountered in this season. So what did Granit Xhaka say? Well, Granit Xhaka believes Arsenal can still turn on this season around. He says, we want to achieve something big, of course. After two games, a lot of people are speaking about this team and about this club. But I will say no season finishes after two or three games. True. True to the core. And as we begin, ladies and gentlemen, it's Lucas Torreira. And Lucas Torreira, according to Fiorentina News or Fiorentina News.com, Lucas Torreira rejected the offers of Roma and Lazio and only wants to move to Fiorentina. The player may complete the transfer early tomorrow morning. The deal will be a loan with mandatory purchase as Arsenal stipulated. It's going to be a loan with an obligation to buy, according to this news. But according to ESPN Uruguay and Diego Munoz, he says that Lucas Torreira agreed to everything orally to continue his career at Fiorentina. He will travel to Italy on Tuesday to close the deal. So Lucas Torreira is officially leaving. And also calciomercato.com, they also came up with the episode that Daniel Longo with the article. He says Lucas Torreira is close to completing his move to Fiorentina on loan with an option to buy. Option to buy. The past hours were decisive for the player's future. Now, some say it's obligation, the others says it's option to buy. Who would you believe? As of now, wait. I still believe it will be option to buy, but still. Chris Wheatley says, we can confirm that Lucas Torreira is close to completing his move to Fiorentina on loan. That's all we know from him as well. Let's talk about another source, Sebas Giovanelli. He says that Lucas Torreira's transfer to Fiorentina may be closed tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So they are actually going to get it done, and Lucas Torreira is finally moving on from Arsenal. Well, that is the update and that is the reality. Let me know in the comments your most iconic Torreira moment. I think there are two. One, the Huddersfield bicycle kick, the only goal of the game, and of course his goal in the North London derby. Of course, that has to be it has got to be the number one thing that he's ever done in an Arsenal shirt. That was a wonder goal, and it was a very, very fantastic goal, and we love it. We love to have it. Yeah, we've been waiting for more departures, and Lucas Torreira is one because, yes, Chris Wheatley also said that Lucas Torreira is close to joining Italian giants Fiorentina. Football.London has learned that the deal is likely to be a loan move with an obligation to buy at the end of it. Obligation to buy is confirmed by Chris Wheatley. So let's go on with it because that's exactly what I want to hear. That's music to my ears for a player that does not want to be at Arsenal at all. Eintracht Frankfurt had increased their offer for Torreira, but he's expected to make his final decision today and probably looks like it's going to be Fiorentina. Gianluca Di Marzio also was the one to come up with that news. So according to Chris Wheatley, and we're gonna believe in Chris Wheatley because that's what he's done this season, made the Arsenal throne his own, man, this season, and has been supreme in this transfer window. So Arsenal will listen to offers for Aubameyang and will not stand in the way of their captain if another club shows interest in buying him this summer. Aubameyang remains a key part of Arteta's plans, but Telegraph Sport understand that he is no longer considered indispensable as Arsenal look to raise money through sales in the final days of the transfer window. Well, also according to Sam J. Dean, well, Aubameyang has 2 years remaining on the contract he signed last September. He earns around 250k pounds a week though, and his salary demands are likely to prove problematic for any teams in Europe interested in signing him. So that could be the bigger stumbling block. But hey, who are we to judge? Yeah. Moving on, Sol Campbell says he's actually offering to fix Arsenal's defense. Well, he says that I'll tell you what, I'd help them. Just give me the job, and I'll help them out. I'll tell you how to get out of a two-man press against Brentford. I mean, what's going on here? We go back to that game. It's a two-man press. It's quite easy to work out. It's unbelievable. And he's got the way with his words, and of course he believes that he could get the job done. I believe in him. So Ian Wright is frightened of Mikel Arteta's tactics. As of now, Ian Wright says that no, they didn't improve, especially coming off from the Brentford game, which was really quite disappointing. Brentford, we know what they're coming from. We know what they are going to be like. It looked like we weren't prepared for them. When looked at the way that Chelsea played us today and the way Lukaku played, either they are not prepared, they are not listening, or they can't perform what he wants them to do. Well, talking about more stuff, he liked what Sambi Lokonga did. He says, what I saw today, apart from Lokonga, I thought he was a very good today. Pepe did a bit in places. I thought we looked really bereft of anything that we were doing. I don't know what the tactics were, because when you look how easily they were able to breach, for me it was quite frightening. So that's what Ian Wright is not happy about. So, and Xhaka opened up about his contract. He says that I'm very happy I'm still here. I've signed a new contract, of course, and I want to give back, first of all, to our staff, and then after to our fans. And they know I will give everything in every game and every training session. We want to achieve something big, of course. Okay, yeah, that's already mentioned. A lot of people try to speak and to kill a little bit the players and the team. But the strongest thing to do at the moment is to be together. And only together will we be stronger and give the results on the pitch afterwards. Moving on, so Folarin Balogun shared this image with the caption, when times get tough, don't hide. So Chris Wheatley has actually come up with an complete, first he said that, Lucas Torreira is close to signing to Fiorentina. Loan move with full salary being covered, most likely option at this stage. And then after that he actually confirmed it. He says, I'm told that it's a 1-year loan deal for Torreira. He will travel to Italy tomorrow. So it's no obligation to buy. Contradictory statements, but okay. Social media, contradictions, normal. Moving on, so Sky Sports News say that Arsenal hopeful Martin Odegaard will be available for the Carabao Cup game versus West Bromwich Albion on Wednesday. So that's a strong possibility of that happening. And well, John Terry has a verdict on Emil Smith-Rowe after the Chelsea game. He was impressed with Emil Smith-Rowe in Arsenal's defeat to Chelsea. So taking to Instagram, he actually shared that Emil Smith-Rowe, and he just shared that image with a small bit of a message, a 3-letter message. He tagged Emil Smith-Rowe and he said, he's a player. Emil Smith-Rowe is a player, with 3 congratulatory clap emojis. So he is definitely loving what Emil Smith-Rowe is doing on the pitch, and that's probably the best part at the moment. So that's the beauty. And crazy stuff. But do you think Lucas Torreira is going on a loan spell? What does that make you realize about the current situation at Arsenal? Will Arsenal sign a new midfielder? So let's see how things will turn out to be. And Conrad Harrison just tweeted out that I expect 2 more signings this summer window, with 4 to depart minimum. I still believe there will be Kolasinac will depart, Torreira is departing. Might be we could see Nketiah leave as well for some amount. Nketiah will definitely leave. But if Conrad Harrison believes there's 1 more to go, who? And he also expects Arsenal to sign 2 more players, and that would be great. So, well, that is that. Let me know, how many players do you still believe that Arsenal are going to ship off, and how many more players do you think Arsenal are going to get in? Let me know in the comments. Well, I'll definitely read them and react to them. And I personally believe, I think minimum 3 players are leaving Arsenal and 2 are definitely coming in. Which ones? I have this Hossam Aouar thing that is definitely going on in my mind, because if Torreira leaves, they might be short in terms of number of midfielders. There's Partey, there's Lokonga, there's Xhaka, and then there's Elneny. Elneny is in talks with some weird clubs as well. So let's see how that will end up. But still, that's still open for debate. In the comments, let me know. Torreira to Fiorentina. Do you think Arsenal will definitely get a replacement in that midfield area or some other place? I will see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.